Japan, Part 124, from January 1975 to April 1977. 69,414 business establishments received such subsidies for some 3.5 million idle workers for a total of 29 million man days. Executive of companies in depressed industries are the first to point out that, in fact, these payments by the government are still totally inadequate, but their very existence is a creative way to maintain social stability and the attachment of the company to individual employee. Some missing in America, where an unneeded employee in a depressed industry is furloughed or fired and paid unemployment compensation. Although it is difficult to match the security of the large companies, independent professionals, small business, respectively, form groups not only to make payments for mandatory welfare benefits, but to provide additional collective security to their members. Their associations commonly offer collective insurance through private companies, and larger organizations often create their own independent welfare funds. With the decline of the growth rate, one might have expected that the people in small business would suffer greatly. The smaller firms in affected industries indeed suffered many bankruptcies, but the overall number of the workers in them remained remarkably steady through the early 1970s, and actually increased in 1976 and 1977. Since many large companies anticipated the decline in growth rate, they greatly reduced the number of incoming employees. One result was that with the fewer employees, companies were less able to respond to certain short-range opportunities, and many opportunities fell to smaller companies. As Hiroshi Wagatsuma and George DeVos found in their study of the small business sector, small business have been surprisingly adaptable, and their psychological profiles are remarkably similar to more successful upper middle class people. Individual companies occasionally fail, but the same people keep forming new companies, drawing on others from small companies that are also going out of business. The same pattern is true not only for the artisans and small manufacturers, but also for the service establishments like restaurants and bars, where the number of workers has continued to increase faster than very modest population increases. Agricultural, cooperative, and a very powerful organizations to which every farm household belongs has in effect an extensive program of security benefits for its members. Farmers make mandatory government welfare payments through the cooperative, and cooperative buys and invest on a broad scale, providing greater security for investment than the farmers could hope to attain individually. By 1970, the association had 5 trillion yen in saving, almost $30 billion for the 5 million rural households and a few non-farm depositors. By 1976, total savings reached 14 trillion yen, almost $80 billion, or almost 3 million yen, almost $16,000 per household. In a 1976 survey of farm household, it was found that the average farmhouse deposited about 800,000 yens, about $4,500, more than it withdrew from saving each year. The retired farmer is thus able to enjoy a higher income as a result of this saving investment that he would merely be mandatory social security alone. The family farm also provides form of social security. The typical farm is small, 2 or 3 acres, as a result of the land reform policy of the Allied occupation and the accompanying legislation discouraging reconcentration.